My grandfather warned people that the Titanic would sink. No one listened, so he just kept on warning them anyway. And then finally they got sick of him and kicked him out of the movie theater. My name is Paul Pasolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center at ivymasters.com. And today we're going to look at Test 5, Section 1, number 13. And I've got one warning for the reading section, which we're going to get to. Number 13 reads, in Passage 1, Beecher implies that women's effect on public life is largely what? So go to Passage 1. And granted, you would not know this, but I'm going to go directly to the paragraph where we find our answer. The way this passage is structured, it's talking about women's relationship to men. In the first paragraph, second paragraph is talking about men and their role in society. Third paragraph is talking about women, so it would be appropriate that we'd find this answer in the third paragraph talking about women. Third paragraph reads, woman is to win everything by peace and love, by making herself so much respected, esteemed, and loved, that to yield to her opinions and gratify her wishes will be the free will offering of the heart. But this is all to be accomplished in the domestic and social circle. Let every woman become so cultivated and refined in intellect that her taste and judgment will be respected, so benevolent in feeling and action that her motives will be reverenced, so unassuming and unambitious that collision and competition will be banished, so gentle and easy to be entreated that every heart will repose in her presence. Then the fathers, the husbands, and the sons will find an influence thrown around them, to which they will yield not only willingly, but proudly. And at this point, you would have already read the previous paragraph, and it's talking about man going out and in public and influencing society that way. So if you notice, if women are so awesome that we're like, yeah, we want to do what mom does, we want to do what my wife does, we want to do what my daughter does, and then the men are going to go out into public life and influence that, and that's really where we get our answer for this. So what's the warning? The warning is the following. An answer choice could be true but wrong. So you might just know an answer choice is true, or you might even know from something you've read before outside of the article that is being discussed in the reading passage that something is true. Does not matter. An answer choice could be true but wrong. If it's asking about Passage 1 and it's asking about what Beecher says, it's got to be what Beecher says in Passage 1. So for example, women's effect on public life, answer choice A, is largely overlooked because few men are interested in women's thoughts about politics. May be true. I mean, for that time period, yeah, men probably did not much care about women's thoughts about politics because women were not able to vote. At least politicians wouldn't really care. Maybe a husband, an attentive husband, would listen to his wife's thoughts. Answer choice B, indirect, because women exert their influence within the home and family life. And that paragraph was talking about women having her influence in her domestic circle, in her home, influencing the males related to her, the fathers, sons, etc. Answer choice C, unnecessary because men are able to govern society themselves. And again, no support for that in the passage, but someone might say, oh, that's true for that time. And then answer choice D, symbolic because women tend to be more idealistic about politics than men are. It's really not talking about politics, that paragraph itself, but it is talking about women's influence on the men. And then the previous paragraph is talking about men influencing society. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You could share it with someone who has difficulty just with these reading passage questions or has trouble distinguishing between a true wrong answer and a true right answer. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. And click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day.